Welcome back, high performers, to another High Performance Vet Pro Touchcast and Podcast. And we're going to continue down the line of the technology that we talked about last week in how do you quantify yourself. And we actually want to move that into your blood work. And we asked the question, have you had any blood tests done this year? And we know that you know a lot about blood parameters and different types of testing, but we want to talk about it from a little bit different perspective this week. So when we come back in a moment, we'll discuss blood test and quantification of yourself.
High Performance Vet Pro Radio.
Welcome to High Performance Vet Pro Radio. Here, you will learn everything you need to know to become a high-performance veterinary professional. We will focus on optimizing your sleep, fitness, nutrition, mental performance, stress response, and work-life balance. Please enjoy these professional interviews with cutting-edge content from Dr. Jennifer Quammen and human performance coach Ryan Smith from hyperfliving.com.
And welcome back, high performers. And we know you know a lot about blood parameters and what blood work to have done, but we want you to think about it from a little bit different standpoint. So when we ask the question, have you had any blood tests done this year? This goes a little bit beyond just the normal annual physician's checkup where they're doing the basic blood work and really ruling out disease. And that's kind of the thought process for whenever we go through and have a lot of blood work done is what are we ruling out? And when we look at it from a high performance standpoint, we want to look at it from a different way. And we actually want you to look at it from, am I optimal with my blood parameters? Are my numbers where they should be for me to have optimal health? So obviously there's wide ranges that we deal with from within the blood parameters. And again, when we're doing that, many times we're looking at, okay, am I sick or am I not? But that's not really the best way to think about it because obviously there is that optimal spot. And we want to kind of get into that thought process from, are you really doing the best that you can as a person? So again, the thrive versus survive aspect of life, and where we look at more of that thrive. And this is where optimal comes in. So our quote this week actually comes in from Dr. Quammen is, tracking blood parameters over time is an important screening tool because we can actually look at, again, am I optimal? Are things changing from optimal versus being in a diagnostic tool of disease? So one of the things that we really have kind of done to set up with our high performers is kind of taken the normal physician's blood work out of it of eliminating the disease and ruling out disease to, I want to have this done and I want to know what my full blood parameters are. So we've struck up a relationship with Direct Labs, which actually allows you to have your blood work done yourself. It's not covered under insurance, but you can actually go through and select a lot of the blood workups that you would like to have done for yourself. They're actually very inexpensive, and it also affords you the ability to check your changes over time. You can also look to see, okay, am I optimal or am I running into issues? Do I have things like a C-reactive protein that is showing inflammation in my system, and is that coming from food that I'm eating? I can also have allergy testing. There's a lot of things that we can do on our own for a very inexpensive cost and really allows me to quantify myself. And then I can also look at what changes I make over time and how do they affect my blood work as well. So you can actually, if you're watching the Touchcast, you can click on the screen here and that'll actually take you over to Direct Labs. And that actually has some of the special pricing that we've worked with for Direct Labs. And if you've got questions on what labs to do for yourself from a health perspective and a wellness perspective, let us know. We'll be happy to kind of guide you in that process as well. Again, we're not medical doctors, but we're very familiar with where things should be from a optimal standpoint. So from there, if you also have other questions, you have comments, concerns on any of this, you can obviously let us know as well. So you can go over to the website at hyperfliving.com, HIGHPERFLIVING.com, and you can obviously leave us feedback from this post or any of the other posts. You can send us a message on on our website as well, and kind of let us know your thought processes on this. From a direct lab standpoint, if you're listening to this on the podcast, you can go to directlabs.com/Coach Ryan Smith, and that'll actually take you over to the special pricing with some of the labs that we recommend for you to take there as well. Obviously, if you're listening to this on podcast, we hope that you will rate us on whatever your podcast app of choice. If you're on the iTunes store, please go over there and let us know what you think. Leave us a rating, leave us a review. We're also on Spreaker, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio as well. So any of those things, but also YouTube as well as TouchCast. Let us know what you think. Leave us some comments. We want to be able to provide you the best information from a optimal wellness standpoint and a high performance standpoint versus just what am I doing on a daily basis. So until next week, just be in touch. Don't forget to live your life with that intention, and everything that you do has intention, and kind of raise your bar to the next level. So we'll talk to you later. This is Ryan Smith. See you next week.
Thank you for joining us at High Performance Vet Pro Radio. We hope to hear from you soon. Like this episode? Leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, or SoundCloud. It helps us to reach more veterinary professionals. For more information or to contact us, please visit us at highperfliving.com. Until next time, remember to live every day with intention.